All right, y'all, we are back with another video. I definitely had to bring y'all this because here go the view. Whoopi Gold Turd and her minions back at it. Not only that, it seemed like Sunny Hostin just wanted to flip the table over. She is so mad at Chuck Schumer. She pretty much called him out everywhere Chuck Schumer done went talking. His own party done turned on him. Now, he can't even really do stuff because now he's getting death threats. He's getting everything just because his decision to support the Republican spending bill. And now all hell just done broke loose. I mean, the interview that he even had today, it just blew up in his face. Everything is just going bad for Chuck Schumer. So, of course, now he's still trying to say, oh, Donald Trump is this, Donald Trump is that. Donald Trump ain't no good. Of course, they studied going out to Elon Musk. But we definitely finna go ahead and dive straight into this. And not only that, Sunny Hostin thinks that AOC and Jasmine Crockett is the future of the Democratic Party. She feel like those two right there can take down any Republican, feeling like they can take down J.D. Vance. So if AOC and Jasmine Crockett is all y'all got to run with, let's go. I would take that. I would take that twice on Sunday. Let's go. Because J.D. Vance would destroy both of them in the debate. It's not going to even be close. Because the thing is, AOC, Jasmine Crockett, Chuck Schumer, all of them think alike. They just different. They different people, but they all think alike. So we definitely going to dive straight into this. Make sure y'all please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's dive straight into it. But first, I want y'all to listen to Sunny Hostin pretty much trying to say AOC and Jasmine Crockett is the future of the Democratic Party, and the Democrats should run them. And then we're going to jump into the regular video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into it. Check this out.
No, I think Democratic voters say 2-1. They want party leaders to fight rather than compromise, even at the risk of not getting things done. And I think that's what we're seeing. Yes, you want people to be able to exercise their First Amendment rights to protest and to get into the streets, get out there and say, this is what we want. But we know that this administration is not playing by the rules. They're certainly not playing by the Constitution. And people are now being arrested for exercising their constitutional rights. So you do need a leader, but you need a leader with fight. I've said it over and over again. This is not about being a resistance party. That's very passive. This is about being an opposition party, which is an action. That's very, very active. And when you look at leaders that it seems that people are supporting, you're looking at the Jasmine Crockett's, who doesn't care. Who's gonna fight.
Oh my, look at this dumb crowd.
With his cane, who's saying, my constituents need Medicaid. You're looking at that. You're looking at, I would say, an AOC. Her name keeps on coming up because she's out there every single day saying, this is what we need to do. So what I want to see is I want to see somebody meet energy with energy. I want to see a Democratic leader that doesn't capitulate, that doesn't make deals with the other side when the other side isn't interested in making deals. It's their way or the highway. Let's see a leader that's willing to fight. Okay. So
Oh my God. So y'all listening to that right there, that just don't make any sense. So if AOC and Jasmine Crockett, then you're throwing up Al Green just because he interrupted President Trump during his speech. If a Republican would have did that to a Democrat that was up there, a Democrat president that was talking, y'all have been running with that. So now you're saying Al Green, AOC, and Jasmine Crockett, that's y'all future right there? Bring it on, because J.D. Vance will destroy all of them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this part where y'all gonna see Chuck Schumer just getting destroyed everywhere he go. And y'all gonna see the clip where Sunny Hostin just pretty much turned on him. The whole view, the whole table just turned on him, all because of that Republican spending bill that he supported. And now they mad. Let's go, y'all.
So Chuck Schumer is scrambling to keep his position as Senate leader. He's on the news this morning where it didn't go well for him. And unfortunately for him, they were not buying what he was selling. Take a look.
People in your own party, they're saying, look, it's time for you to go. They no longer trust your leadership. They want somebody else in there. What do you say about that?
Here's what I say.
In your own party saying
yes.
that's to go.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm the best leader for the Senate. We have a lot of leaders. You know, when you don't have a president, there's not one leader of the party. There are lots of them. We have a lot of good people. But I am the best at keep winning Senate seats. I've done it in 2005. Just in 2020, no one thought we'd take back the Senate. Under my leadership, we took it. So we now are executing.
You're not going anywhere.
We have a
Wow.
great. We're moving forward. Hakeem and I.
Y'all heard this? So she literally just said, so you're not going anywhere. They literally trying to get rid of this man. While he's talking, she said, so you're not going to go anywhere? She want him gone. The Democrat, they just done straight turned on this man. Let's go.
Have a plan.
So if you heard her carefully, she was like, so you're not going anywhere.
See, that's
As
what
if
I
she
said.
was disappointed to hear that he's going to stay in that position. I'm telling you guys, this guy's scrambling today for his job. All right, but the most important point I just want to share with you right now is this. Isn't it interesting that he cannot even unify his own party, and as a result, they have no chance against President Trump?
Let me just say this. There's a real contrast between the parties. The Republican Party now, particularly in office, is the party of rich oligarchs who want to really screw every average American so they can get tax cuts for the rich. And
I mean, headache. Why they keep saying that, man? I mean, come on. It just lie after lie after lie. It always President Trump just trying to take care of the rich. He ain't studying the American people. That's just a lie. We know President Trump cares about the American people. But listen to Chuck Schumer. Just because the Democrats are trying to get him up out of there now, he just doing his control for where. Let me just still talk bad about Donald Trump. Let me just say this. Just keep telling lies. My God, how many times y'all gonna keep saying this?
the Republican Party now, particularly in office, is the party of rich oligarchs who want to really screw every average American so they can get tax cuts for the rich.
Man.
And we are fighting that every day. So today, we just issued a statement at 8 o'clock that describes it. Hakeem and I, we have a day of action on Medicaid. In every state, in every corner of the country, Democrats are talking about they're going to Medicaid centers. They're going to people who would be deprived and
Senator, people don't have faith in the Democrats.
Well, let me say this. And we're going to do this day in, day out on issues. Why are they doing tariffs and raising your cost $2,000?
Wow.
It's beginning to work. Why are they taking away Fannie and Freddie and raising your housing costs dramatically? It's beginning to work. His numbers have come down. If we keep at it every day, relentless fighting and showing how they're hurting people so badly, Trump's numbers will get much lower.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God! Now Donald Trump numbers gonna get. If y'all can notice, just lies. This right here ain't number just straight lies. They literally don't even really want to hear it. You can see they trying to cut them off and go to talking about something else. I mean, Chuck Schumer just sitting here how can you just sit here and just blatantly lie all because you don't like Donald Trump? Just because you don't like him, you just gonna sit there and just tell a damn lie. That is insane, man. That is crazy.
his both popularity but also his effectiveness will decline. That, I believe that strategy will work.
But it won't work if gas prices come down, electricity costs come down,
Exactly.
and mortgage rates come down. Then what? See, the problem with Chuck Schumer's thinking is trying to blame Republicans when it comes to labeling them rich oligarchs. That doesn't relate to the average American, especially when they remember that over the past 4 years, it was Joe Biden where the rich got richer, right? On Wall Street and Main Street actually struggled.
Yeah, if he want to talk about that, what about Elizabeth Warren, Maxine Waters, all these people that enriched themselves? See, they don't want to talk about that. What about all of them that enriched themselves, but yet you keep trying to say what Donald Trump is doing for the people that's already rich? I mean, my God.
Working class Americans struggled. So I don't know where he's going with that. Now, this next clip I find to be interesting because he basically delivers a word salad after he gets confronted at the fact that at the very last minute he switched up.
But Senator,
I took
should
some
you have-
bullets
You did,
from other
and you're
people.
still taking bullets. But should you have let people know you're thinking ahead of time? Because really, people
The
thought.
problem was it came so fast. Hakeem and I had a strategy, which was to try and get a bipartisan bill, which meant in the House, the Republicans would have not been able to pass it. Only at the last minute did it happen that they all voted for it. And so Patty Murray tried to get that bipartisan bill on Wednesday. That's why I said we didn't have the votes yet. They pulled out Wednesday night, and Thursday we had two bad choices. But I assure the public, a shutdown would have been the greatest disaster we have to put the government in the sole hands of the evil, nasty, nihilistic people like Musk and Vogt and Trump. Would have been the greatest. We would have had half the federal government we have now.
Oh, my God.
So it's obvious they're not buying what he is selling, as I have stated repeatedly here. And it's for good reason. You cannot, with that base, say you're going to do X and then you end up doing Y. That's never going to work, especially when President Trump is involved.
Exactly.
And especially when he thanks you at the end of the day. And that's why you heard Gayle King state that there is no faith in the Democratic Party's leadership at the moment. So why not just step down? Now, that wasn't the only place where he caught heat. He also caught heat on The View.
Ain't that funny? Like, he supported the spending bill and then turn around, oh, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, they ain't nothing. They don't care about the American people. So that's the reason why his own party, they ain't trying to hear none of that. Which we don't care about any of these Democrats. They all got the same talking points. They all full of crap. We already know that. But just to be running your mouth talking about Elon Musk and talking about Trump after you know what I'm saying, you supported the Republican spending bill, and now all of a sudden now you just want to talk crap about them. I mean, it even made it even worse when President Trump even thanked Chuck Schumer for it. And then all hell just broke loose. Let's go.
Listen to this clip.
Governor Pritzker's chief of staff, Ann Caprara, has said the following. The fight going on in the Democratic Party right now is not between hard left, right, and moderate. It's between those who want to fight and those who want to cave. And it gives me no pleasure to say this to you because we are friends, but I think you caved. I think you and 9 other Democrats caved. I don't think you showed the fight that this party needs right now because you're playing with by a rule book where the other party has thrown...
Senator Holston, why you didn't show the fight? Why your husband didn't show the fight? You know, what he did when he just got sued for $500,000. Why he didn't show the fight? You never want to talk about that. What about your parents being slaveholders? You never want to talk about that. You always want to talk about everything. Oh, he caved in to Donald Trump. He caved in to Donald Trump. But yet they never want to talk about their own flaws, especially Senator Holston. All she do is sit here and run her mouth.
Thrown that rule book away.
True.
And so in my view, what you did really was in supporting that GOP partisan bill that Democrats had no input in, you cleared the way for Donald Trump and Elon Musk to gut Social Security, to gut Medicare, to gut Medicaid. Why did you lead Democratic senators to play by that book that the Republicans are not playing by?
Okay, first, I'd say, Sonny, no one wants to fight more than me, and no one fights more than me. You got to fight smart.
See, now what we're able to see publicly are the tactics, the belief system of the Democratic Party, because now they're turning on their own. I mean, they're basically wanting to cancel Schumer because he did something that was bipartisan. And the party does not believe in doing anything bipartisan at this point, especially when President Trump is involved. And so when you hear Sonny Halston speak the way that she does, remember, people, she's actually describing the way that most of the Democratic Party today thinks. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is frightening.
Do you believe that the party has confidence in you to continue to serve as its leader? And as somebody who is influential in helping Biden's decision to step aside, do you think it might be time for you to?
No. I think that, my Senate caught first, you asked who's the leader. When we don't have a president, there are a lot of leaders. We have a lot of really strong talent in the Senate, in the House, in the governors. We have a great bench. But as for the Senate caucus, of which I'm the leader, I should be the leader.
Well, the reality is most of his base does not want him as the leader, but he's not up.
Yeah, you can tell they want him gone. That's why they keep asking him that question, and Chuck Schumer just say, hey, you know what? I ain't going nowhere. So at this point, they just trying to cancel him because, like I said, they don't want no Democrats want another Democrat to support anything Donald Trump got going on. If you do that, they just finna straight turn on you, which we don't care because we just love just laughing and just looking at them be frustrated with one another.
Up for election until 2028. So what's going to happen between now and then? That right there is what fascinates me. Now, Alyssa Griffin also dropped a nightmare warning for the party because she doesn't believe that they will win any more Senate seats. In fact, she believes they're going to lose more seats. Listen.
Democrats are in a bit of an existential crisis. Right now, you have people leaving blue states to red states 3-1. The 2 moderate Dems that were in the Senate, Manchin and Tester, one lost, one retired. That means that the Senate control is out of reach for Democrats, likely for probably about a decade, because you're not likely to win in those states that are increasingly more right-wing. And I think it's because the party is moving away from moderation. I understand, the base, you have to cater to that. Well, the Republicans have. I'm acknowledging that.
Republicans are radical.
Nobody's a Republican that's more critical of Republicans than me. But Democrats, I think, need to wake up to the fact that they're beholden to their progressive base, which is making them lose national elections. And then if you look at the fact working class voters and young voters are moving away from Democrats. They need a message that's more than anti-Trump. It needs to be, here is what we are for, here's how we're investing in communities, but simply being...
Now, you know what? See, George Behar, that's the thing what I told y'all before. When somebody starts stating facts to them, That's when they start to try to cut her off. You see what Joy Behar said? She just got to sneak something up in there. They're going to continue to lose. Like what Alyssa Farrah Griffin just said. People don't want to hear y'all call Donald Trump Hitler for months, all the way up to an election. Oh, he's Hitler. He's Mussolini. He's a threat to democracy. He got a Nazi rally going on in New York. That's all the Democrats do. They kept calling him all of these names, and that stuff right there don't work. It didn't work. Kamala Harris tried it. Tim Walz tried it. I mean, that stuff is just not going to work. And you can see how Whoopi Gold turd and the rest of them just looking like, oh my God, she's telling the truth, but I can't agree with her. But you can see how Joe Behar just jumped in there.
He's a Republican that's more critical of Republicans than me. But Democrats, I think, need to wake up to the fact that they're beholden to their progressive base, which is making them lose national elections. And then if you look at the fact working class voters and young voters are moving away from Democrats, they need a message that's more than anti-Trump. It needs to be, here is what we are for, here's how we're investing in communities, but simply being a resistance party is not winning.
Most of Americans do not align with progressive ideals because it's too radical. And we've gone over that time and time again. Now, in these next few clips, I'm going to show you what it's like to be a Democrat who is demoralized. Listen to this.
I wake up 3 a.m. sometimes, so worried about the future of the country under these oligarchs or or whatever, or, oligarchs, I guess.
Yes. Oligarchs.
And,
so you wake up 3 a.m. in the morning because you're scared of Elon Musk. And you're not waking up 3 a.m. in the morning because you want to really serve your constituents. You see the difference in the mindset? One is about being a resistance towards an individual, which means that individual lives rent-free in your mind and you're controlled by that individual. And another one is based on your purpose and actually serving people and helping people. And the bottom line here is he won't be able to do both. And here's another Democrat who is demoralized.
Hey, everyone. I'm just popping on. And, to be honest, I'm not even sure why I'm popping on right now. Hey, everybody. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining. I mean,
things have gotten so bad for Chuck Schumer that he had to cancel his book tour, which is why you've seen him on The View and CBS Morning today. Because it's supposed to be about his book on anti-Semitism. And instead, it's been all about how the party wants him gone. Let's take a look.
But the backlash from the left is real. In fact, Wolf, Chuck Schumer was scheduled to do a book tour in a number of cities on a book that he has authored on anti-Semitism. He has just canceled that book tour, we are learning, because of protests that were scheduled from activist groups who wanted to go after his decision to...
Wow. Just because he supported what President Trump wanted him to support, now he rescheduled due to security concern. And it just goes to show you the Democrats are number puppets. They want you to agree with them. If you don't agree with them, they just straight flip on you. They want you to talk like them. They want you to think like each other. You do anything different, they just straight turn on you. Now your own party is threatening your life. I mean, my God. The Democrats are doomed. They are done.
To agree and allow the government funding bill to go forward to avoid a government shutdown. They were furious at his decision to do that. It just shows you the anger on the left and the Democratic Party. Can they get it back together at this key moment when they are essentially leaderless in a lot of ways, essentially don't have a strategy on how to fight back against Trump and have all this unrest on the Democratic base? That's going to be a big question for Schumer, but interesting that he decided to cancel this event. They're citing security concerns, but there were these large-scale protests, at least some protests scheduled outside these events.
So let me get this straight. Number one, the party is not on the same page about anything whatsoever. Most of the party feels betrayed by his decision to work in a bipartisan fashion with the Trump administration, especially Republicans. And number three, the base is so radical that the leader can't even conduct a book tour without being disrupted from his own party. I mean, that just screams a demoralized base that has no direction whatsoever, and they are currently imploding. And of course, I have some receipts.
Well, there we go right there. Salute to Devori Darkins. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. Let him know that the real Adogg sent you. Appreciate everybody who made it to the end. Like I said, y'all let me know, what do y'all think about all of this? So now Chuck Schumer, his own party want him gone. Even they threatening his life. Think about this. His own party threatening his life, that he had to cancel his book tour because of protests being outside of wherever he was going to be at. It's going to be a protest. So he was pretty much scared for his life. And thinking about this again, this is coming from his own party. I mean, this is crazy. So like I said, thank you all for watching. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.